Now, last Sunday, or this many Sundays ago, some Sundays ago, the students and I were discussing your message about salutations from Philippians 4:21 to 23. Remember, we preached about salutations, greet one another. Now, I said between brethren and being a commandment. I said after talking to a couple of the girls, they mentioned that worshippers typically line up. So these girls say from in our church, the worshippers typically line up to thank and shake the pastor's hand after the message at the door. Should all congregation members at BPCWA who leave through the sanctuary door line up and thank and shake the pastor's hands too, in the light of the commandment in Philippians 4:21 to 23? Then the person said, well, note it is a bit harder for us because there are few exits where people can also leave through. Fellowship hall and everywhere. There's an exit here, you know, right? Exit there as well. All right, so we have so many exits. All right, it's a bit difficult. So what do you think? What do you think? Gillian, are you one of the girls? Don't remember. All right, never mind, pretend. Okay, so it's not a strict doctrine that all churches, everywhere, everyone must greet the pastor on the way out. So what's the doctrine for? It's a commandment, you know. What's the doctrine for then? Very good, all right? So the doctrine, all right? The doctrine, the commandment, the aim is to teach us to be respectful, be courteous, be caring for one another. We should not just ignore people. We should greet one another, and that greeting is not just simply greeting. We studied that, right? We must build genuine interest in other people. That is the covenantal family, all right? So that is the commandment. The commandment is not so much exactly what you do. Every time you see each other, you must kiss each other. That's the custom there. You must shake the pastor's hand. So the principle is one of respect, courtesy, and concern, genuine interest in one another. That is what it means. So it means that if not, then every week we make sure we greet everybody, you know. The moment service finish, you must greet at the back, turn around, left side, right side, then after that, stop, row, because it's a commandment that must greet everyone. Of course not, right? So it is more a principle of genuine interest in others and greet. Now with that, so how do you answer this question then? Now, the thing is this. So is it always okay? Now I ask you the question. Is it all right that always you just avoid going to the back and then to greet the pastor on the way out? Is it wrong to always avoid that? Ask the young ones, all right? The young ones going out. Maybe Phoebe, all right? Don't choke, all right? Phoebe, she was drinking water. Is it wrong to always just, since it is not a commandment that must always meet and greet, so is it wrong to then don't? It is wrong. What do you mean it is wrong? When is it wrong? Very good. When you are actually intentionally wanting to avoid, right? So the commandment is to teach us we should not intentionally avoid because we are not happy with a person. Yes, we hold some grudge against another in church, and we intentionally want to avoid. Now, that is what the commandment is about. So, what it means is this. Now, so when is it okay? Because some of you, I never get to greet you on the way out. Hardly. When is it okay? Let me ask you. I've asked everybody. Can someone volunteer? Susan, are you here, Susan? Susan, yes. When is it okay? Yes. Okay, I put it this way, Susan. As far as my memory recollects, I don't think I've ever gotten to greet you or you greet me at the door for many years, actually. Right? So you're the perfect example. Did you break the commandment? Okay, goes back to deliberately avoiding it. When are you not deliberately avoiding me? Because I never got to. No? Why? What were you doing? Say again? Live in different time. Okay. Now, so very simply, because I notice some of you, you love to fellowship one with another. After worship, for example, right? You do that, right? I don't say, Susan, excuse me, can you stop? Please come. Because the commandment is not about that, right? The whole commandment is about having interest, care for one another, right? So the fact that she is doing that, then she's fulfilling the commandment, correct? So many of you, if you are staying in the sanctuary to chat with one another, to talk to newcomers and all that, and you don't leave the door before me, don't leave the door before I leave, then of course that's fine, right? It's not intentional. But let me find someone to talk to because I really want to avoid pastor. You know, this thing that he preached about, and I'm really upset, and the thing he's talking about me. Now, then that's a problem, right? You should make an appointment with the pastor and settle those things. It's also for anyone else in church, all right? So I think that is important. Now, the whole point is that there should not be, Lord, forgive us of our trespasses as we don't forgive one another, correct? It shouldn't be that. So I think that is the main gist, So you intentionally live this way and all that to avoid the pastor, avoid someone. That is what this commandment is against. Now, there are many of you that when you leave, I may not stop to talk to you longer as well. Just hi. But some I talk longer. Simply because some I get to interact more, or I know you're fine. There's some I will target more, right? So don't think that I have something against you as well. I'm not. Why do I talk to someone else for a longer time and not you? That kind of thing. Okay? So, that's that. It's 12. Now, then the last one. Now, but if you do walk past me there, when you do walk past me there, is it wrong to not greet me or allow me to greet you? Do you think it's wrong? I'm talking me, ego. All right, me. All right, so I'm standing there. All right, I'm standing there. Then Shane is standing next to me. Okay? Then you walk past. Is it not right for you to not make eye contact and greet me and have me greet you? Do you think it's wrong? You understand my question, right? Okay. So I asked Yan Wei. So Yan Wei is saying yes, it's wrong. Yan Wei, why? Say again? On purpose, avoiding the pastor. But avoiding Shane also? Also didn't greet Shane. What's the difference? Okay, quickly. 1 minute left. Richard? No, I'm not a conversation. I was waiting for you to make eye contact. That kind of situation. And Shane also not in conversation. So why is it okay to ignore Shane and not okay to ignore me? Okay, so now Shane and me, which one will you greet? No, then Shane was moving away. Do you quickly greet Shane first or greet me? Of course, you must greet the pastor first. There's no. All right, let me explain to you, all right? Let me explain to you. It's not about me and ego, all right? Now, the reason why I am there is for a very specific purpose, which I explained. I'm there to meet and greet, all right? So if my intention is there, and you know that is the intention, then for you to neglect the person who intentionally say, I'm here to greet you, then it will be not courteous, correct? Shane is not there to meet and greet, all right? So it can be Shane, it can be anyone else. You didn't greet Shane because Shane didn't say, I really stand here to say hi to you and you ignore me. That is the difference between the person who intentionally stand there to meet and greet and the person who is not there. So for example, God says, finally, be of one mind, having compassion one to another. Brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. All right, it's courtesy. Courtesy means you know that the person is there to do something to greet you, and you ignore, then that is not courteous. Simply that, not because he's the pastor, but it's courtesy. The pastor is there because his intention of that is being there. That's all right? That's all. I'm not saying I insist and then you don't, and I'm personally insulted. It's about common courtesy. That is all. Okay, the same with parents, the same with friends, the same with teachers and all that. You know that occasion they are there to greet you and you ignore them, it's not courteous. That is all. Okay? All right, I'm not egocentric and crazy over your greeting, that kind of thing. Now, let us turn to God in prayer. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts, what church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now, please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stop attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from